Good morning, welcome back to another vlog. Today, following on from last week. So what did we do? Oh, day in the life of my side hustle. I thought we would do a day in the life working from home, my regular office job. So for those of you who don't know, I have an office upstairs in the house because I work from home, not only like my regular day job, but also for my YouTube and stuff. So I've got like all of my stuff is in this room. All of my personal things are in this room. All of my like makeup, my camera equipment, handbags, clothing, everything I keep in here. And then I've got my like computer that I do my editing for YouTube, and I've got my multiple screens. I mean, this is why I have so many laptops and such. It's my office. And this week I made a change. I brought, also I've got, you see my little radiator. I've got these all over the house. It's flipping freezing at the moment. So I brought this chair in from the shed. I got a 3-piece suite from my grandma's. It was like really old and raggedy, but the most comfortable sofa and armchairs you've ever sat in. I've got like possibly posture related, possibly, I don't know, time will tell, but some issues with my like back and my shoulders. And when I sat in this chair, when I went to visit my grandma a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, this is the most comfortable chair I've ever sat in my life. I don't know if it's something to do with like the height of my weirdly short torso, but it supports my neck exactly as I need it when it's really uncomfortable. So as and when the time came to empty my grandma's house, I was like, I'm having at very least one of those armchairs because they're so comfortable. So they've been in the shed bar downstairs, and earlier this week I was like, maybe I'll get myself a new desk chair, because I've got like a regular desk chair. It wasn't super comfortable. I wanted maybe like one of those really big upholstered ones. And I thought, well, rather than spend that money, bring up the armchair, see how you like it. I've never been so comfortable working from home. And also because I've got a standing desk, it works both ways. And I've brought it way down so that it's the height that I can work from. So yeah, that's my current setup and I love it. I work in the railway, so Fridays are very time sensitive. There's a lot of deadlines. So I'm gonna get on with some stuff, have my breakfast, and I'll come back to you in a little while. Lunchtime. I actually do have something to eat, but before I do, I have something to build. Crazy as this might sound, this came yesterday and I was like, when am I going to get the chance to put this together? Something that those of you who've been working from home since COVID will probably appreciate is that it's easy to just keep going and not take a break. But this week I've been so distracted that I actually think it works better for me to make sure that I take scheduled breaks, because then I go back and I'm like, right, now I'm back in it, instead of working for like however many hours and then just losing concentration. When I work in the office, I do take time to walk around the lake. I work near Lakeside in Doncaster, so if you know the area, the big lake, it's right by there. So why am I not doing that at home? So now I am trying to, and today I'm taking the time to do something that needed to be done. This is a real benefit for me of working from home. I can just kind of pop into something that needs to be done. For a lot of people, that's like do a little bit of laundry, empty the dishwasher. There are obviously tons of negatives working from home. You know, you never feel like you're off the clock and you're always at work. But there's so many more positives for me, especially as someone with, as yet undiagnosed, but still ADHD. I get to kind of do these little side quests and then go back to work. In case anyone was wondering, because I would be, this is what I was building. It's a shelving unit to go over the top of the toilet in our ensuite, because I have so much stuff that just goes around the sink, and now it can all be put here instead. I do need to anchor this to the wall though, because it's going to be very wobbly. Do any of you find yourself incredibly motivated to do the things that you're putting off in the house? You know, even just like cleaning and stuff you don't want to do. Laundry, stuff like putting together that unit when you're working your day job. It used to happen to me all the time when I was working in the office, to the point where I remember when the systems went down one time, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, this is driving me crazy, because I was just sitting doing nothing. And I said, right, well, I could go home, because I lived like 2 minutes away at that point. I'd go home get some stuff done and come back and I'll work the rest of my hours. Because otherwise they were paying me to do nothing. Now it's slightly different. Now it feels like that is a pitfall of working from home. If something goes wrong and you can't work, I will then work over to make up for that time. Whereas when you're in the office, it didn't work like that. The positives still definitely outweigh the negatives to me though, because stuff like that, like I would have had that sat there outside our bedroom for like weeks. Because I'd have been thinking about it while I was at work. I'd been like, as soon as I get home, I'm going to do that. And then I'd get home and be like, oh, I can't be bothered. Maybe I feel this way because my work is flexible. So I'd be interested to hear from those of you who work like an actual 9 to 5, because I could work a little bit here, a little bit there, which really suits me. But are there people out there that just really hate working from home? I'm back, and that took less than half an hour. In case anyone wonders what Manny does all day. Depending on the season, he's either in the living room or by the back door, waiting for his dad to come home. That ran later than your average Friday. So while I was working, something arrived that I want to show you. You may never have seen anything like this before. I say that like it's really exciting, but I think it's pretty cool. So Rust-Oleum do paint samples in sachets. How cool are these? How cool are these? So I ordered. I've got some like beige colours, some greens and some blues. The greens and blues aren't here yet. It's kitchen cupboard paint. But this is the most cost-effective way of trying so many different paints. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm certain this is more than it said I was going to get online. And I think they ended up being like £1 each. And they came the next day, which is pretty good. So I'm going to put some samples on. Do you know what? I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait until tomorrow because it's going to be too dark to really say anything. But the plan is I'm painting the walls. What do you think between these two? I have a preference, but I'll be interested to see what you think. I've put them in different areas of the walls as well because it's, you know, different lights in different areas, but which do you prefer? And then the cabinets, I'm going to paint in a completely different colour. These are currently Rust-Oleum. I think they might be white cotton, if I remember correctly, possibly. And I'm going to use one of these mini samples. Lee's quite keen on like a green or a blue. We originally were going for like neutrals, but I don't know, could go anyway now. I've had a lot of questions, especially recently, which is kind of why it's been on my mind, about how these have held up, because I didn't do any sanding, no prep at all. I just painted over with like a roller, painted over really high gloss cabinets, and they've been amazing. Like really no issues at all. I've got one chip on this cupboard, and this is because in this cupboard we've got the pans. So I'm thinking at some point that's what's happened. But you can kind of see what it is underneath there. It's just like super high gloss cream. It's also like a yellowy cream. We didn't pick it, we never liked it. So I was really happy with these. If you've got the same kind of cabinets, or even better if they're not high gloss, can't recommend the Rust-Oleum kitchen cupboard paint enough, but it's time for a change if you want a bit of an uplift. Anyway, that's it for my work from home day. I know it's really boring watching someone work from home. I didn't know how I was going to do this, but I wanted to show you like a realistic, actual work from home. This is what I do. Sit at my desk. Something else that arrived from Amazon today is this. I'm going to make myself a margarita this evening. I've never tried that particular margarita mix. I always get the funk. Is it called? Well, it's not called funkin'. It's like more like a juice. So I'm interested to see. But it's Friday night. We're going to have tacos. I'm going to make margaritas. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.